U.S. advertisers and others are pulling out of YouTube and Google because they're not liking the placement of ads versus the content they are appearing in front of. Pepsi, Walmart, FX Network, GM, Dish Network, JP Morgan, Johnson & Johnson, which is a lot of products. Johnson & Johnson owns half the world, basically. Lyft, among latest advertisers to pull ads from internet video site. Wow. So this is from Variety, and there's lots of articles on this. I picked the Variety article. I think they're one of the first ones to break it. So the crisis... more big advertisers have joined the YouTube exodus over concerns that their commercials have appeared in extremist hate speech videos. And as the crisis spreads, the head of the Association of National Advertisers on Friday urged Google to take steps to guarantee the safety and reputation of its members. I had no idea there was an Association of National Advertisers, but I guess there is.
Makes sense.
So what's going on? Starbucks also suspending ads, after GM also said. So there's been AT&T, Verizon, GSK, Enterprise, more than 250 British advertisers. They're freezing spending on YouTube.
And Google. So basically what this is, and they try to vet this out, but basically ads are ending up on pre-video and also
pre-roll.
Pre-roll for videos with hate speech or hate content, which isn't even supposed to be on YouTube anyways, but from these brands, and obviously these brands don't want to be associated with it. Likewise, you know, if you search for things, you know, Google will keep in mind like things that you've recently searched, and then you'll start getting these ads placed on websites that you go to.
Oh, sure.
So if you go to like, you know, if you go to like a, I don't know, a fucking news site, you can start seeing, you know, you'll see weird like synthesizers advertised for you.
Yeah, it's all cookie based. A lot of the ads,
right?
It's not when you buy ads, like you do a placement. It's not necessarily for specific sites. It's just place where people end up going.
But then I've started to see people like screen cap, like, you know, a Breitbart news article, you know, and it's a one with a very sensational headline or something, and you know, it's got like Nintendo advertising Mario Run or something in the corner, and you know, people are like, why is, you know, Nintendo advertising this? And people don't understand how it works. And so now you've got these advertising companies starting to get nervous about association with this sort of stuff, and they want to be assured that there's more control and safeties in place so that they're not getting their ads mixed in with you know, like
extremist stuff, hate speech.
Yes.
This is an issue that I've seen come up, I guess, more recently, just with people trying to take down sites, saying they will tweet out, hey, whatever, hey, I was going to say, for some reason, Massengill came in my head, but I don't know why. Or, hey, Johnson & Johnson, maybe they make that. Why are you advertising on this website? Or why are you advertising this? And to your point, they may not know they're advertising. They buy a block of ads that get spread out to wherever. You know, they buy whatever, $100,000 worth of Google impressions, or they buy $50,000 worth of YouTube pre-roll ads that end up getting displayed wherever, and it's usually targeted mainly just by demographics, if anything, or where you live. I've seen local San Diego ads on some pre-roll stuff for YouTube, so obviously that would make sense to do that. But besides that, yeah, I'm not sure how much they're really monitoring where these ads are placed, or if there's a human factor involved that much in terms, because before, like, what, you know, why bother? People are going to see it, who cares? But like you said, people are now becoming alarmed with it. Absolutely. Let's see what this, what is this? The ANA said, which is the Association of National Advertisers. ANA strongly believes that brand safety is of paramount importance to our members. The current crisis, they said crisis, is representative of the issues that ANA and others have raised with respect to fraud and risk, reduced transparency, suboptimal measurement, and nebulous productivity. Which all basically just says we don't want our shit on stuff we don't want it to be on.
Yeah.
We want our ads to be where we think they're effective, and we don't want our brand to be rightly or wrongly associated with other things that people are looking at.
Yeah, there was a quote in there where it was, you know, one of their big things is basically, yes, we want things targeted where we think they're going to be most effective. We want to make the most money, but the number one rule is do no harm. And I think that's what they're most concerned about right now, is not doing any harm to the brand image, because that's that's worse than anything.
Sure. So, but Google, they're going to nip this in the bud or try to, because this could spread even more quickly. I mean, this may not be bad now, but if you have like 20 major advertisers pull out, what if it becomes 100? And then it's like, holy shit.
Right now, yeah, it could get bad. Right now, it's not the worst, just because it's hard to boycott or avoid Google products. Everyone uses Google, everyone uses YouTube, you know, but there are ways around that if it gets bad enough.
So they're going to try to hire more people to, I guess, to look more specifically human element to see where these ads are placed. That's going to be a big one.
Well, yeah,
because that's done. I would think that they should probably root out the videos that don't belong on YouTube, though.
Well, I think that's my position is that's going to have to be a big stance on it. Is YouTube needs to hold up its end of the fucking bargain first.
Sure, absolutely. Updating its ad policies are going to do Google. They said better enforcement of those policies, like we said, and new controls for advertisers. And this is what Pat has said for a couple of years, is that we're going to get to the point, maybe not tomorrow, but soon, where advertisers will come up and say, we want our ads specifically placed either with this MCN or this block of YouTubers or this block of content, because that's how it works with TV and radio. If I get a TV ad buy, I don't just say, put my ads wherever. No, it's priced accordingly based upon where it appears.
Yeah,
is it in prime time? Is it at 3 a.m.? Is it in front of a news show? Is it the Super Bowl? Prices change because the impact of those ads change. And we are finally getting, unfortunately to Google, to a point where it's maturing, where advertisers are saying, all right, we have the control. You need our ads, Google. Google has to at least break even on YouTube.
Yeah, Luna's best advertising comes during the Adult Swim hours.
Is that where you see reseller Pat show up still? Yeah. Was that the last new commercial that Luna did?
I don't know. It might have been.
Well, you should advertise on YouTube. That would be great. Why is it Luna a sponsor of the CU Pocket? Right?
I don't know.
So I just not to belabor the point about the YouTubers and the bigger ones doing things that might harm how YouTube looks, but I think that must be looked at as well in the grand scheme of things.
Yes,
because if you have the biggest YouTuber acting like a bratty child and not understanding that this might look bad, not just for me personally, but could affect all of YouTube, I think eventually Google and YouTube might have a harsher stance for some people. Not saying they're going to cut you off entirely, but there might be repercussions, I think, of certain YouTubers minding their P's and Q's at some point. If it gets to that, if it gets to, well, this is really hurting our bottom line. If it gets to that point, you might have some people being spoken to probably more so than in the past. But they've already taken steps, I think, in doing that. So it's a business after all.